What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for everyone who's new and subscribing and all those things. I really appreciate all the love that I've been getting lately. Back with another video of something creative that I'm doing, because I'm always doing something creative. I feel like every day I do something creative, even if it's just my makeup. No, I'm kidding. Besides that, I always do something creative. I'm always making something, creating something, or working on something. There's always a project. People are always saying, well, what are you doing today? I'm like, working on a project, starting a project. And they're like, what's the project? I'm like, it's just like asking anybody else, like, what are you doing today? Oh, going to the office. That's my job, so that's what I'm doing. But today is extra exciting because I'm trying something new, and you guys are going to watch in real time and see if I succeed or don't. If you're watching this video, chances are that I did succeed, because otherwise I'm not putting it up. So right now, the kisslock jumbo bag is like a big thing. Coach is coming out with one, like whatever. I've been carrying kisslock bags for a very long time. It's actually one of my favorite purses because it reminds me of like your grandmother's like cigarette case, or like the old school old lady purses, except like really big. And I actually pulled one of my favorite purses that is a kisslock purse. And it does look like a giant, like, every time I carry it, someone's like, that looks like the old lady, like, cigarette purses. And I did have an aunt who had, a great aunt, who had a cigarette case, and she was an avid smoker. And it was just like this. It was just a dainty thing to keep your cigarettes in. This one I actually got for super cheap. If I told you how, I'll tell you how cheap I got it for. I got it at a vintage shop for like, it's not, and I don't think it's vintage. I think it's just, you know, vintage looking. But I got it for like $4. It was crazy. And it's like brand new, and it's one of my favorite things. It's sparkling on camera, but this is not actually sparkling. This is like just metal there. But I love it because it's a black purse, but it's also like something just kind of cool and cute. And I always get comments and compliments on it. And it looks kind of like edgy, but also with, you know, the look of a kisslock purse, and it's in silver. But anyway, this video is not about this purse. This video is about the fact that I want to make my own big jumbo bag, and so that's what I'm going to do today. And if you have not already, like, subscribe, comment down below. I love reading your comments. I do respond back. I'm not one of those YouTubers that just doesn't respond back. I do respond back. All right. So yeah, comment down below, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can see all of the amazing things that I'm always working on, because there's always a project if you're interested in that kind of thing. All right. So let's start by showing you my supplies here and what my idea is. Like I said, this is something we're going to kind of work through together, because I don't know if it's going to work out, but I kind of got an idea for it. And you guys always say to me, like, Riley, you never miss. You don't miss. That's not true. I do miss. You guys just never see it. So hopefully I don't miss. And I don't want to waste these materials, so let's hope that I get it together. It's probably going to take me a couple days to do this, but it's going to be kind of cool. All right. So basically, sorry, I'm breathing like that in the camera. But basically, I bought this, what is basically a kisslock frame for a purse. And see how it opens like that? But I thought it was kind of unique because the kisslock is on the side of each side, and then this is the handle. So that's kind of cool. But I got this cream colored leather that I'm thinking of making a purse, like a wide, big, oversized clutch. This is interfacing here, so it gives it like a stiffness, even though this has a stiffness, but this will make it stand up on its own. But I'm thinking about doing this and then painting something. So it combines two of my artistic talents together, like obviously, you know, designing, but also painting, as you guys know that I am an artist. So I just don't know what I'm going to paint on it. And the thing is, I got to figure that out really fast, because I need to paint it on the leather before I put the purse together. So once I cut out the leather, then I'll try to figure out what exactly I'm going to paint on here. I don't want it to be too simple. I want to paint with acrylic paints on it. So let's see how this works out. By the way, this is faux leather, so this is probably going to be easier than painting on actual real leather, because I would need leather paint. But this works just like it, so yeah, it's vegan leather. So So let's see what I come up with. All right, so here's the thing. I cut out the form of the purse, and I actually used the interfacing as the pattern. I did not film that part because it took a lot of measuring. I had to end up using, like, watching a YouTube video, all kinds of stuff. Like, it was a pain in the ass. And so now that I have the dimensions, and the funny thing is I'm not making exactly what I saw on there, so I had to modify the shape for what I'm doing. I know this makes no sense right here, all this on the side, but you'll see how it comes together. This is not a tutorial on how to. I'm just showing you guys that I'm doing it. Because I'm just not the how-to girl. I'm just showing you the stuff that I do creatively, and this is sort of like mostly a vlog. But now that I've done that, I'm now going to use this as a pattern to cut out the fabric on the leather. And then at some point, maybe tomorrow, I'll figure out what I'm going to paint on it, because I just don't have a clue right now. But I think this is going to work out. Pray for me. All right, so it's all cut out. I haven't sewn it yet because, again, I'm going to paint on it. But I think I'm going to keep it simple this time. This first time. I might paint something more intricate later on a different one. But this is where the handle's going to go. It's folded over with the interfacing. Now, I also have to, definitely have to, make a lining for it. So I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to sketch out something and I'm going to paint. All right, so I decided to paint my own eye. This is the makeup from a photo shoot that I did back on my birthday, and it was also promo photos. But I decided to paint my eye. This is just a rough outline of it, just to give me a rough like outline of it. And I actually made my eyebrows a little bit better because I didn't like how blocked off they were there. But anyway, and then it'll really take shape once I use the acrylic markers. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. The acrylic paint. So I'm going to hand paint this. But that gave me like a good guide for what I was going to do. Those of you who know me, or at least people close to me, because my friends always comment on it, I always do that double wing there. So yeah, that'll be like my signature on there. I drew it pretty, significant in the center of the bag. And I might actually make it, like, do some other things around it. I don't know. We'll see. But that's just on this side. What am I going to do on the other side? That's what I need to figure out. I don't want them to be the same, obvious. All right, guys. I start sketching. Well, that's nothing. I think I figured it out. I have blown out a picture of myself. And I think this is what I'm going to paint. This is a very big deal for me because I've never painted myself. I drew myself on a quick card that I made for Taylor Swift. I gave her a gift, and then I gave her a card. But I drew the card, and I did it with like really fast with like pen and color pencils. And she's like, "Oh my God, you drew that!" It looked just like it. It was really cool. If I find a picture of it, I'll post it in here. But that's the only time I've in all the years of being an artist that I've ever painted myself. I've never done a self-portrait, nothing. This might be an abstract picture. I don't know. I don't like looking at, like, it's a cool picture. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh my God, I hate looking at myself. It's not cute, blah, blah, blah." It's just not, you guys understand. I mean, maybe you understand if you're an artist. When I'm painting someone, I really study their face. Like, I know their face. I don't want to study my own face, even though I know what it looks like. And I could actually draw it better than what it is. Like, if it's not that. It's just not, I don't mind having my face on the side of a purse, but I don't know. It's a little bit like, I'm a little anxious, but like my eye was one thing, but my whole face. And this is going to take so much longer. Oh my God, why did I just do this to myself? I should have picked something. That's why I thought, like, let me just do an abstract maybe like a line drawing. We'll see what happens. I'm going to sketch this out, like do a rough sketch. And then when I go to paint it, we'll see how detailed I get. It may not be that detailed, but it's just going to be the same way it is here. It's going to be bigger on this bag. Again, this bag is an experiment, so let's just see. All right, it's getting late, but here's what I have so far. Half my face, so if you can imagine. Just sketched out, because I'm going to paint it, I think. Now, there is one thought that came to mind. I could just put a polyurethane coat on top of it and seal in just a sketch, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll finish drawing it tomorrow, but I'm tired. So that completes day one of this giant ass purse. All right, so here I am on the floor, as I tend to be all the time, cutting out satin lining. Now, when I do this again, there will be no satin lining because satin is annoying to work with. If you sew, you know that. I have these obelisks that are made of marble holding the fabric down, so that's what that is about. Now, I'm sitting here painting the eye again. This was probably the most fun part, except for the fact that you have to wait for the paint to dry in between. So it's not like blending eyeshadow. I'm used to doing my eye makeup all the time, and this is pretty much the eye makeup that I do when I'm on stage. And yeah, this was kind of annoying at first, but then I got the hang of it, even though I paint all the time. All right, so I finished my eye, and I did cover it with a polyurethane coat. As you can kind of see a little bit, it's got like a little bit glossiness to it, but just to protect it. So, because I mean, it's a bag. Obviously, you want it to be durable. I did sign right there in gold. But yeah, so we did that. Now, here's the part that I'm anxious about. All right. This side has a photo, well, a photo of me, a drawing of me, right? I decided to leave it as a drawing. I did sign it in silver, but I'm going to test on another piece. I'm going to sketch something onto another piece of the leather, and then I'm going to put the polyurethane on top of it because I want to see if that's going to cause the pencil to sketch, because this is just pencil. I mean, if it's going to cause it to run or blend. It's okay if it smooths it out a little bit, but I don't want it to like ruin the detail. And it doesn't have to be super detailed because obviously it's going to be sitting up on the bag like that. I'm going to add a little more to the sketch to make it look a little more like me. And then we shall see what happens. All right. I have cut out the, lining, and I'm going to put a little pocket in the lining also. I need to press this. So I'm going to do that. And then it's time to assemble the bag. Wish me luck. Okay, so I just drew, oh, that was a bad angle for that. Anyway, I just drew just a quick little weird eye on here, and I painted over it with polyurethane, and it works. I think the key is to brush it on with a very soft bristle brush, so the bristles just kind of glide across, and they aren't scraping, but literally everything's intact. I'm kind of excited about it. Okay, well, that worked out. I'm going to paint a polyurethane coat on top of this after I fix some things that I just screwed up. And then after what's going on here? After I'm done with that, I'm going to put a polyurethane coat on top of it. Yeah. All right, for a second, the sketch was not really looking like me, so I had to do a little plastic surgery to it. But yeah. This is just me touching up the sketch, trying to make it as bold as possible, especially where the eyeliner is. And then I just decided to take the polyurethane and pour it all over the painting and then swiftly paint all over it. And then I took the blow dryer, dried it. Here I am just pinning the pockets, sewing them up, and putting my label on the back also, even though it's my purse. Still just decided to put the label because, again, this is a prototype. So that's what I'm doing here. This was just the tedious stuff, and then it was time to put the bag all together. So I decided to take the bag and sew it up. Turning this thing inside out was very hard, only because of the interfacing, which was very stiff. So you see me trying to flip it inside out. It was kind of a task, but we got it done. And then it was time to put the lining in and sew the lining into the leather, make them one. And a lot of learning lessons here. I put feet on the bottom, all of that. I have been basically sewing on the top of the bag, and it's kind of hard because you have to go through every single little hole here, and it's kind of hard. You have to find the hole as you're sewing through, but it's coming together. So you basically go through every other one, and then you go back and you go through the other one again, and then it creates this long stitch that's here to finish it off. And I did it in the same thread as the color of the bag. I mean, it's looking really good. I put feet on the bottom of it too, so that's really cute too. But this is gonna be so cute. You can already see the shape that it's taking, even though it's open. Couple notes. Next time I do it, I probably won't do satin on the interior. It's just a lot to deal with, and it's just, I want it a little bit sturdier. And I'll probably do a different shape. This shape is kind of cool, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. I'm gonna let you guys watch me stitch all of this through, and yeah. All right, after 2.5 days, drum roll please, we have a bag. Oh my God. Can you believe that this worked out? I'm so excited. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up view, but I can't believe I finally pulled this off. Well, I've been thinking about doing it for a while, so yeah, I didn't tell you guys that before. But yes, it's a whole bag, and I can't wait to wear it. And also, guess what? I'm doing custom orders. So if you want your own custom bag, make sure that you look in the description box for my booking information, and we'll get started on one for you too. But yeah, Riley Knoxx Couture is now doing accessories. Can't wait to style this. Can't wait to wear this. I've shown it to like 2 of my friends already, and they're like, girl, we want one. So they're on the wait list. But yeah, well, actually 3 of my friends. So yeah, anyway, here's the bag. Thank you for watching. Love you.
Yeah.